Good afternoon, students. And next, we are going to deal with the subtopic of intelligence. Okay, so what do you mean by intelligence? Okay, so intelligence is nothing else but it's a general capacity. Every individual is going to be acquire the intelligence. Okay, either it is a normal person or abnormal person. So the person is able to think and adjust to the situation is called as a intelligence. Okay, so that's the meaning of intelligence. Okay, so here they are saying that intelligence is a general capacity of an individual consciousness to adjust his thinking to the new requirement, and it is a general mental adaptability to new problems and condition of the life is called as a intelligence. So what they are saying here means, okay, so intelligence is nothing else, it's a general capacity. Okay, so general capacity means what we are doing a daily activities, so that the individual is consciously is adjusting to the environment. For example, he is having the intelligence means he can able to adjust to the society and he can adapt the other people consciously or the adapt to the environment easily. Okay, that type of living process is called as a intelligence. Okay, and here one more example they have given here means the global capacity of an individual to act purposefully, and whatever we are doing in this society and we are doing some purposeful activity, so towards you or towards others, so that process is also called as intelligence. Okay, so next we go for the, so what are the special abilities of intelligence? So what is the special ability what is the special ability this intelligence will have means, so wherever you go, so adaptable to the new environment. Okay, so whatever the changes environment is there, adaptable environment, easily you can be adjustable to the environment. Okay, and capacity for knowledge and the ability to acquire it. So whatever the information is there with the, if you have the intelligence, and easily you can able to so adapt and acquire that process. Okay, and you will reason and you will abstract your thought. Okay, if any problem comes, and automatically you are going to react to the situation, and ability to comprehend the relationship. Okay, so ability to nothing else but, so you are going to how much extent you are going to find the relationship with the environment, and the ability to evaluate and judge your their performance, and capacity for original and the productive thoughts. Okay, so what is a present thought to improve your life situation, so that is called as a original and productive thoughts. So these are the special abilities of intelligence. Okay, and next is some establishment facts of intelligence. So what are the establishment facts of intelligence means, yes, so the relationship of intelligence with nature and nurture. Okay, so here nature and nurture is nothing else but, see here the nature and nurture. Okay, so here the hereditary process or the environmental process, so that process is called as a, so the intelligence is depending on two processes, that is nature and nurture. So nature nothing else but environment, nurture means hereditary, so the intelligence is also depending on these two factors. Okay, and next one is a distribution of intelligence. So how you can distribute the intelligence here means, so we are going, for example, in your class you the madam want to evaluate and who are the good students, average students and the below average students, so that type of division is called as a distribution of intelligence. Okay, next one is a growth of intelligence. So how much the growth of intelligence means, it the up to the level is 16 to 20 years. Okay, so this is a horizontal growth will be continuous, so but the normal age where we can improve the language and everything is 16 to 20 years of age. Okay, and in this intelligence there is no sex difference has been shown in the intelligence, everybody are equal only. And some other facts and racial and culture differences. So you may see that, and somebody will say that, and according to culture and the race, religious factors also, so the intelligence is more, so that is not the factors. So it may be differ from one individual to other individual, not the racial and cultural differences. Okay, and next one, what is a misconception of intelligence? So what misconception towards this intelligence is there means, so they are saying that intelligent is not the knowledge what they are depending on. Okay, so vice versa will be there, if you are learning that and you are really intelligent, and if you are not able to learn and you are not intelligence. So these two characteristics are influencing. So for example now, so the student who has the ability of reading and writing, so not only we say that he is a knowledgeable person, and some may have the ability of in a sports a different category of performances, that also called as a intelligent capability. Okay, and intelligence is not a memory. So memory to revise and to remember the answer, it is not the process. So whenever the problem comes and reacting to the situation in a technical way is called as a intelligence. Okay, so these type of intelligence you can see in both the normal person or abnormal person in order to react the situation. Okay, so intelligence will not be there only for normal person, abnormal behavior also is going to be included in this situation. Okay, and next one is a theories of intelligence. So here they have given two types of theory, that is factorial theory and cognitive theory. Okay, listen properly, it's very important theory. And first we'll be dealing with the factorial theories. Okay, factorial theories, and again it was subdivided into four types, that is unitary theory or the monarchic theory. Okay, so first we'll be dealing with the first one. Okay, so just I'll be giving an idea regarding of this, and in depth line by line I will not go, it will be bored. Okay, so what is unitary theory or monarchic theory means? So what is happening here, so a child who has a good intelligence in the maths, so she may not have the intelligence in the civics or the different departments of biology or any other things, so whether she can be survive in the society? No. So what is they are saying, that if she is intelligent in one process and she may not be interested in the other process, means it is a drawback theory of unitary theory, and the monarchic theory has explained that. Okay, so that is a theory based in the universal. And next theory is a anarchic theory or multifactorial theory. So here anarchic theory means, so it was explained by the propagated by who, which was explained by Thorndike. Okay, so Thorndike, so he has explained that considered intelligence a combination of numerical separations elements of the factors. Okay, so a man ability, he can do any kind of work. Okay, so whatever we are giving any type of work, and that he is doing consciously, and ability to do another kind of works also, whatever he was dependent and whatever he was on non-dependent works also, and continuously he is doing all certain types of works. So that process is called as a anarchic theory or multifactorial theory. Okay, so according to him, the mind is a host of highly particularized and independent faculty. So how much you can able to judge, so that much you can able to judge the ability of study of the process. So that process is called as a Thorndike factors. Okay, and here so there is a certain positive relationships in that. So that is regarding of anarchic theory or multifactorial theory. Okay, so once again I'm explaining you. So the theory is going to maintains the man's ability to do any type of work. Okay, so whatever the problems it is there, and he can able to do any such type of work, so which includes the theory of anarchic theory or multifactorial theory, either it is a chemistry, biology, so any kind of the works or subjects that he can capable to do is called as that anarchic theory. And next one, third one is a Spearman two factor theory of elicit theory. So it is mainly depending of two types, that is general ability and the specific ability. So what is a general ability and specific ability means, in the diagram they are showing that, for example, so the individual performance in Hindi is primarily due to general intelligence. Okay, the Hindi is a general intelligence, and where so the language that you are learning from the specific abilities, right? So that process is called as a Spearman two factor theory or elicit theory. For example, so I'll say the class to take you, and you will be giving a nice class in the classroom. Yes, and whatever your way of speaking of English and everything, from where you have learned from learning from starting your so alphabetical to sentence making and everything, right? So that is your special ability, so that is making your general ability to hold that. So that process is called as a Spearman two factor theory or elicit theory. Okay, next one is a Thurston's group factor theory. So this Thurston group factor theories have mainly, so they have divided seven primarily mental abilities. So that we'll see what are that is verbal comprehension. So verbal comprehension means the words and ideas what they can write. Okay, verbal fluency factors means and they can able to speak nicely and make a sentence properly. And numerical factors means arithmetic ability, they can do the math perfectly. And perpetual speed factors means rapid recognition of words and letters. So for example now, so conjoining of words together. Okay, so in laptops you will be seeing that as they will be give one box, in that box they'll give and they will give fill in the blanks means. So for example now, blank name is a BLANK, so they will remove the word A, so they can able to fill the word A. Yes, that factor is called as a perceptual speed factor. And next, inductive reasoning factor. So reasoning factor nothing else but whatever they are seeing one object. Okay, so one object they will give and they will make to create a sentence. So with the process specific to general, they are going to abbreviate. Okay, that process called as inductive reasoning factors. Next was spatial visualization factor. So spatial visualization factor means like puzzle games. Okay, for example, they will give a blocks and you are going to find out that blocks. Okay, small children will play, right? So that blocks. Okay, and they will give a different one picturization, so they will depart and they will make up give a puzzle to add that one. Okay, and next one, memory factor. So memory factor means ability to recall. So they'll keep 10 items in the box like pens, books and some names and different kind of activities they'll keep in one box. And first they'll be giving a time to recollect that one. So identifying the recollection immediately, ability to recall, so that they are going to performance by memory factors. And next one is a detective reasoning. So detective reasoning means ability to use the generalization results correctly. So nothing else but whether it is a true factor or it's a false factor, so that they are going to identify. And next, problem solving ability factor. So what they are, so in the independently without taking any other choice and you yourself solving the problem, that is called as a problem solving ability factor. So some examples we'll see here, what are that. Okay, okay, so only this much. Okay, so there are the 4 types of factors theory. Okay, so what is the first one? Unitary theory and monarchic theory, so which explains mostly the good intelligence on mass and may not be so good in civil or other types. And next one is anarchic theory or multifactorial theory. So it means so whatever the mind the man's ability to do one kind of work and can be absolutely nothing ability to do another kind of works. Okay, so that process called as this one. And Spearsman is explained regarding general ability and specific ability, and Thruststones explain these 7 types of characteristics. And next one, second one is what? Cognitive factor. So these cognitive factor which mostly depending on the thinking and the reasoning in the people, so that they have concentrated. So it was divided into 3 types. Okay, so first one is a cattle and horns theory. Okay, so this cattle and horns theory so has proposed the theory into 2 types, that is fluid intelligence and the crystallized intelligence. See, fluid intelligence nothing else but, so mainly in microbiology you have learned that is innate ability and acquired immunity, right? So here innate immunity nothing else but from your genetical training and you are acquiring the knowledge, and that also influence through your parents knowledge, so that is called as a fluid intelligence. Means from your innate power and biological through your from your genetical background, from your mother, father or grandfather, you are acquiring the cognitive, that process called as a fluid intelligence. Okay, and crystallized intelligence means acquired capacity. So acquired capacity means by learning and you are educating and training in your culture and you are making a learning skills, so that process is called as a crystallized intelligence. Okay, and next one is a second one, information processing theory of intelligence. So according to Robert Sternberg has explained this one, and he has explained in 2 components. Okay, that is information processing component and the meta component. So here, so first is a component. So component is nothing else but according to the stepwise solving of problem is called as a component. Okay, so stepwise of solving a problem means, so here they have given first you have to identify the problem and first to draw the necessary inferencing and establishing the relationship between past experience and present experience and apply the inference relationship and justify the correction and provide the correct solution for the problem. So like research only this one. So in that process they are going to make the stress factors. Okay, and what is a meta component means, mm, so knowledge that one has to know to solve the problem. Okay, so what is to complete the task, the component is very very important, the meta components also very very important. So why? Because if you know the components only and the meta component, the solution is going to be have a feedback. So that process called as an information processing theory of intelligence. And next one is a so Jensen's theory of mental functioning. Okay, so here Jensen's theory, it was mostly explained regarding of their abilities and the cognitive abilities. Okay, so like that is and thinking, reasoning, analyzing and solving the problem. Okay, so what is that? Especially depending on what? By thinking, reasoning, analyzing and problem solving skills. That process of method is called as a Jensen's theory. And so they are going to learn first and they are identify, discriminate and remember, reproduce to learned information and experiences. By that only they are going to create a new thing. Okay, so that from the past experience to the new inventing of process that they are going to active in the intelligence process. That process called as Jensen's theory of intelligence. Okay, so that are regarding of factors and cognitive theories. And next one is a measurement of intelligence. Okay, so this measurement of intelligence is divided in two types, that is individual test and group test. Again individual test and group test is going to be divided into type two type, that is verbal and non-verbal performance and verbal and non-verbal performance. So we'll see what are that performances. Okay, so individual performance means, so it was given by the psychologist Alfred Bennett. Okay, so he's the father of the intelligence. So how they perform this intelligence test means, so at age of 3, okay, so they'll point out where is nose, eyes and the mouth. So if age of 7 means, and what are the missing letter of picture is that they are going to identify. And the test of people for 2 to 20 years and it is and the different kind of test they are going to give for the intelligence. So these type of keeping of test is called as what? Samanya Buddhi Pariksha. Okay, so that process. And let me know, so the individual orbit is two types, Stanford Bennett scale. Okay, and so in that only, so the common test these are, so first one is what? Stanford Bennett scale test. Okay, so according to him, so the individual performance test, they have given some of the examples already I have shown in there. So what they have done here means like building blocks. See, so in smaller children, so if in your home small children are there, so you may find these kind of things, playing items, right? Okay, so block buildings. Okay, so that process is also how to construct a home and different kind of making a homes. That process comes under the individual performance of test. Okay, and next one is to fit the blocks in the hole. Yes, so different kind of shape, right? So shape or sorter, triangular, square, rectangular. So if you say the rectangular, automatically the child will take up the rectangular and keep it here, and circle means and he'll keep it here, and rectangular means and they are going to keep the rectangular, square means square. So different kind of things they are going to make. And next one is a tracing a maze. So tracing a maze nothing else but, and in order to take a food and the boy, so the boy is going to be so done and how to hold a fish and how you are going to cook and how you are going to eat that. So that process called as a tracing a maze. And next one is a picture arrangement. So picture arrangement means what is show the way how to reach the goal of picture. So these type of performance is called as individual performance test. Okay, so the same thing they are explained here. And another individual performance test is a so Wechsler's intelligence scale for children. Okay, so this is a Wechsler's intelligence scale. Okay, so these scales he has differentiated for the children and as well as adults. Okay, and so this scale consisting of a level subsets, and 6 are verbal and 5 are performance. Okay, so here 6 subsets and 5 are performance, nothing else but see here. Okay, the verbal scale and the performance scale. So verbal scale means through words that we can solve. So already I discussed the general information and general comprehension, and the arithmetic reasoning means the maths, and test of distinction between similarities, nothing else but. So in newspapers they'll give, and two different objects of pictures they'll give, and they'll say that what is a missing letter, right? That one. And test of digit spans, nothing else but forward to back and backward to forward, that process. Okay, and test for vocabulary. So already I said that. What is that? So they will give a word, and what are the missing letters are there, we have to add and we have to complete the word. Okay, that's called as test for vocabulary. Okay, and next one is a performance scale, nothing is digital symbol test, picture completion test, block design, picture arrangement test, object assemble test. Okay, so we had already explained in that before test. Okay, so that is only this Wechsler's so Belluer intelligence test. Okay, so what is the examples they have given here means, see some examples they have given. Okay, considered all number of 1 to 60, already has given that 1 to 60 numbers they will give, either forward to backward or backward to forward they will give. So in that also, so they are going to differentiate what is a odd number and what is even number, they have to differentiate. Okay, and when the letters are rearranged, for example, so like this they will be rearranged, and they have to make like state, country, continent, planet, ocean. So you have to arrange that one. Okay, so that one. And next one is a, so here they will give a question format, and that question format you have to make a true or false question. So that process only they have explained here, true or false questions. Okay, that is called as Wechsler's so Bellew intelligence test. And next one is a group verbal test. Okay, so group verbal test means, and for the group itself, and they are going to use these all types of the test, that is army alpha test, and CIE verbal group test of intelligence, and a group test of mental abilities. So that is a normal, that much they will not use this kind of group normal test. Okay, and what are the test advantages here means, can be administered to very large members simultaneously, and it is simply examine the rule and scoring typical more objectives, and larger representative samples, and often used leading to better establishment of norms and standards. Okay, and what is the disadvantage means, examiner has less opportunity and to cooperation and maintain the interest in the group. Okay, and are not readily detected if examiner is tired, anxious and unwell, if examiner is not ready to conduct and it is tired only. Okay, and so you see that evidence that emotionally disturbed children do better on individual than group test. Okay, the children will involve more when they are in a group other than the individual. Okay, so what they are saying that normally an individual is tested and all items in a group test may become boredom over easy items and frustrated, so if you are continuously they are doing on the same activities. Okay, and next one, individual test typically provide the examiner to choose items based on the test taker provide responses according to the responses of individuals only. So one individual responses is going to be, so that makes the headache for the group non-verbal test. Okay, and verbal and non-verbal test advantages for Wechsler's test. Okay, so that is useful for those without language we can use, and good to understand skill in mechanical jobs also, that is a advantage of. And disadvantages means cannot predict scholastic ability, nothing else but to detect the high extent ability we can't go this. Okay, and very costly, less reliable, and chance to success or more, and good for mental ability, and but not enough for abstraction and concept, it is not useful. Okay, so and so first in order to find out, and after detecting out of these intelligent tests, and they are going to differentiate what is a mental age and the intelligent quotient. Okay, so mental age is nothing else but, so the physical age of the child. Okay, so the physical age of the child means, for example now, so 1 year of child, what are the questions, and the second year and third year, fourth, fifth, sixth, and fifth month, sixth month, seventh month. Okay, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, like that, according to the age, and their test is going to be detected, that is called as mental age. And the next one is the intelligent quotient. Okay, so what is the intelligent quotient here, nothing else but IQ levels. Okay, so whatever the performance he can obtain the standardized test. Now we have seen two types of test, right? So the two tests, whether these can able to perform or not a good. See, for example, now blocks, so whether they can make a blocks, okay, and whether they can find out the triangular. So according to that, so they will give that marks they will give, and that they are going to make, okay. So mental age into chronological age into 100 they will be calculating, okay. So like that, according to Stanford, and intelligent quotients, and according to Wechsler, intelligent quotient and attained by actual score, expected mean score of the age into 100 according to Wechsler's, and according to Stanford's, mental age by chronological age into 100. Okay, so for that test we can for Stanford Binet test we can use this one, and for Wechsler's test we have to use this formula. Okay, and what is the normal values of this is same. Okay, so genius means 140 above it will come, very superior means 130 to 139, superior 120 to 129, and above average 110 to 119, normal 90 to 109, and below average 80 to 89, and dull or bored 70 to 79, and feeble-minded or moron, nothing else but unreactive 50 to 69, and imbecile 25 to 49, and idiot 0 to 24. So like that they are going to identify the intelligent quotient. Okay, and what is the uses? Okay, uses of intelligent test. So why it is useful means, for the purpose of selection of like admissions in the school scholarships they are going to use this one. Okay, and for the purpose of classification, like for example now, so improve the teacher learning experiences, this intelligent test is useful, and for promotions also it is useful, like for example, so in educational, occupational, and the social status are like jobs, that they are going to use this kind of process, and knowing one's potentiality, like for example like counselor and the guidance, and they are going to use this one, and for diagnostic purpose and research work also it is going to be used. Okay, and what are the limitations means, the intelligent test and the students means inferiority and the superiority complex of misbehavior of the child should be understand. Okay, and intelligent test and the teacher, so what you have to do, prejudice on students, lack of support from some students is also disturbed. Okay, and the next, create segregation and conflicts. Okay, so what is going to be there means, in admission and promotion process, and there's some problems is going to be acquired only taking of these certain two characteristics. Okay, and if they don't have interest and attitude and motives, so yeah, there is no involvement in the intelligent test. Okay, so that is regarding of intelligence. Okay, so thank you.